Thirsty to pull me in deep. I set to my words and start looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock cause I love it to sleep. I still wanna give me a song I beat. Can trust everything that you saw I cheat. Just know if I dish you, I make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on a call ID. I'm in the album and fall off this pretty ironic. They say they gon' fall for me. Still in this getting bigger, they hate on the kid and come drop like a fly to the beat. Loving they argue how hard as I'm see. Is it kick that, is it all for me? We a big three like we started to lead.
Is he a good coach? Standing behind a big old field. My bad. think he did. How could you not see it? Three. I don't know, all you gotta do is look at it. Am I just bad distinguishing or just everybody else is different? Find everyone to look at? Or are you just saying that? No, I'm just saying that. Because you have the biggest wallet in the nation. Is that right? I have to go and make a clip for my sister just to show off my basket. another game. Yeah. I'm here. Can you take my glasses? You can talk to me. I'm good. Grab that. Who is it? Did you nominate last time in the How am I supposed to change that scene? You go in here, and you scroll down and see how it says, actually, it's in customized, the scene one, you switch them, and I think, I'll just come over and show you. Will it be, So we're working on, yeah. Are we going to be home? Oh, I guess it's on here. Just, no, I know. But like, we're team 1, they're team 2. Yeah, we'll always be home. So, see, if this just changes this. The score is done by this. So, we're home, so we're team 1. I guess I do. It's just season and stuff.
You're gonna cut off.
I know.
But that's what we have to do.
That guy. You need to tell me that guy.
How you doing? I'm Nick. Branson, what grade are you in? Sophomore. So you weren't here when
I was, but
you were?
I just wasn't.
Oh, right.
I'm looking at something like that.
Well, this is live, then your headset's not.
Okay. Do we need to get a level in?
I don't know. That'd be a
Okay.
copy question.
What was your name?
I'm doing
Brandon? And you're Brandon. Oh, two B's. You're a senior, so you were here in Ross before.
I know Ross. I transferred with my junior.
Oh, okay. From where?
Southern Cal.
Oh, really? Trying to get a little bit of information.
Yeah, we
How's it cooking? Good looking? Is that oh, so it's behind.
This is a got somewhere to zoom out. But yeah, that's as far as you can.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Canton-Galva Junior Senior High School and the first home volleyball match here for the Lady Eagles. So far this season, they are 1-1. They opened up earlier this week, or last week actually, with a loss to Inman, and they beat Wichita Classical. So they sit at 1-1 record right now as a team. And tonight's match will be against Peabody Burns. The Peabody Burns team will be coached by Carissa Dutton and assisted by Maya Winter. And your Lady Eagles will be coached by Riley Paramore, assisted by Addie Foster. Line judges will be Jolene Schmidt and Caitlin Stuckey. The starting lineup for Peabody Burns: number 7, Addison Winter; number 10, Eliana Donahue; number 11, Journey Needham; number 4, Sarah Winfrey; number 8, Fancy Reynolds; and number 18, Ashley Salazar Fritz. And their libero will be Brooklyn Whiteside. And for your Lady Eagles, starting lineup: number 0, McKinley Hoppus; number 1, Trinity Espinoza; number 3, Aaliyah Skipworth; number 4, Jordan Elliott; number 7, Haven Oliver; and number 27, Charlie Modelmog. And the libero for the Eagles will be London Dietrich. Officials for tonight's game: the lead official on the stand tonight will be Doug Crandall, and the down official will be Kathy Miller. Getting the lineups checked here to make sure they're where they're supposed to be. Libero, number 5, London Dietrich, is waiting to come in after they get the lineup checked. And the libero for Peabody Burns actually already came on. That's Brooklyn Whiteside, number 0. If you don't know much about volleyball, and even if you do, the libero will have a jersey color that is completely opposite of the team. So on the Eagles side, it will be red, and on the Peabody Burns side, it will be white. Looks like Peabody Burns will have the first serve. Canton-Galva will be receiving. First serve, dug up by libero, and overpass. Libero on the dig, passed over by number 7, Peabody Burns, and attacked over by the Eagles. Set, Peabody Burns brings it over, nice dig in the back row, middle, and it's in. First kill for the Eagles, number 27, Charlie Modelmog. Eagles lead 1-0. Back to serve for the Eagles, Aaliyah Skipworth. Serve down the middle to the libero, outside set. Taken over by the left side attacker. Espinoza with the kill on the outside. Eagles 2, Peabody Burns 0. Skipworth back to serve. Nice jump serve down the middle again. Shanked off the libero, and that's an ace for the Eagles. They lead 3-0. That's a nice jump serve from the sophomore. Served it to the right corner this time. Little bit of a slide run for the attack. Set in the middle. Nice tip over. Good dig. And attack again and got touched on the block. A little bit of a mishandle on the set, but it was taken over nicely from the back row. Good dig, right up where it needed to. And we got a call on Aaliyah Skipworth, the setter, into the net. So point Peabody Burns. Score Eagles 3, Peabody 1. Espinoza takes the free ball over. Ball set to the outside and free balled over. Good pass by the libero, quick set. And killed by the Eagles, number 4, Jordan Elliott. Eagles lead 4-1. And the libero stays in, or comes back in to serve. London Dietrich. Little bit of a mishit on the jump serve, wide left. Eagles 4, Peabody Burns 2. Now back to serve for Peabody. Number 11, Journey Needham. Right down the middle. Espinoza pushes it out to the sideline, just wide on the attack, and it's Eagles 4, Peabody 3. Needham back to serve again. Ooh, quick whistle there. Eagles were called on an overlap. The front row players that are supposed to be there at the front of the serve have to be in the front row in front of the defender who is lined up across from them. And the setter was lined up outside of her left side defender in the back row. Tough serve there down the middle, hard and low. That's an ace for Needham. Score is Peabody 5, Eagles 4. That ball off the top of the tape on the serve. Good swing. Dug over on the outside by Burns. Great swing there on the outside. Nice attack on the overpass from Peabody by Jordan Elliott. And that's a kill. Score is 5-5. Eagles and Peabody here in the first game. Back to serve, Trinity Espinoza. Down the line. Back row set. Free ball overhand from Peabody. Good deep ball on the return from Eagles. Good dig in the back row by Trinity. Free ball over by Skipworth. Attack, Skipworth with the dig. Nice set outside by Skipworth and killed by Haven Oliver. Great swing by the freshman. Eagles lead 6-5. Oh, a little bit of a shank on the serve receive. Here goes a free ball over to the Eagles. See if they can capitalize on it. Middle set, double blocked in the middle, but dug up by the Eagles. Here comes a free ball over from Peabody. Trinity with the pass. Up to Skipworth on the outside. Good tip. Down the line, covered nicely by the defender. Trinity with a pass up again to Skipworth. A little bit low on the set. Jordan couldn't quite get it up over the tape. Tie game 6-6. Back to serve, Sarah Winfrey for Peabody. Into the net, side out Eagles. Substitution into the game for the Eagles, number 2, Sophie Espinoza, comes in to serve, replacing Jordan Elliott. She's serving from the left side now. And an ace serve to start it off. I was going to say, way back in the day when I started, you had to serve from the right-hand corner, but now they have what they call wide serving. You can serve the entire width of the court. Helps the defender get into position a lot easier. Good serve down the middle deep. Trinity with the pass. Over by Oliver. There's a dump in the middle. Trinity with the dig. Good up. Great dig by Peabody. Free ball coming over into the net. Eagles point. 9-6. Canton-Galva. Sophie back to serve again. Here comes a free ball. Sophie with the pass up to Trinity. Quick run in the middle by Skipworth. A free ball coming back over. That was a great set on the outside, just a little bit tight, and on the follow through, Haven touched the net. So it'll be Peabody's ball. Eagles 9, Peabody 7. Ooh, tough floater that dropped in short by Fancy Reynolds for an ace. See the Eagles move their defense up just a little bit to counteract that. Good pass. Sophie up to Trinity. Just a little bit wide on the swing. Peabody with the point. Score is 9-9. Fancy Reynolds back to serve. A little bit of a top spin. Good ball by Trinity. Blocked at the net solo by number 7, Addison Winter, for a point. Canton-Galva trails 10-9. Ooh, another tough diving topspin serve there. Kind of a cutter as well. And it goes for an ace. Peabody Burns leads 11-9. Real okay if there's some stuff you'd like to see us maybe include. Shout out to Mr. Kaufman or Coach O and let me know so we can always do better for you. And most appreciatively, thanks for tuning in. Canton-Galva called a timeout there, and so they come out a few seconds early. They have one timeout left. Peabody has 2. And Fancy Reynolds back to serve. Trinity with the set on the right side. Tip into the middle. Dig. Down ball. Back to Sophie. Trinity with the up. On the outside. Oliver on the swing. Just long. 12-9 Peabody. Serve down the middle. Really hit that one hard. It just went into the tape, so it gave Peabody a chance to dig it up. Trinity with the dump over the top for a kill. Nice ball. I always love that because I worked with the setters a lot, and I tried to teach them to use their set to be offensive as well. And when you have some good swingers like Canton-Galva does, it can be a really effective attack. That's a great serve by McKinley Hoppus for an ace. And the score is 12-11 Peabody. Ooh, off the tape, and another ace. It falls short in front of the defense. Back-to-back aces for McKinley. Well, score is all tied up, 12 all. Another ace, served real deep and caught her high on the passing attempt. She shanked it off the back of the court. 3 straight aces for McKinley. That's a great start. And Canton-Galva takes the lead. Ooh, tried to go a little bit short on that one. Served it into the net. Side out Peabody Burns. And the libero comes back on to serve, Brooklyn Whiteside. Nice tip over the top from Trinity to Haven Oliver. That's a kill. Eagles lead 14-13. You'll probably hear me say back in the day once in a while because I coached for almost 30 years and have been out for about 6 or 7 now. Nice set outside by Oliver. Good swing by Trinity. And that's a point for the Eagles. You started to say back in the day we only played to 15, but now with what they call rally score, it's 15-13 and we're only halfway done with this first game. Great hard driving serve. That one never had a chance to get back into play. 16-13, Eagles lead. Haven Oliver back to serve once again. Ooh, that one's a little long. Eagles still lead 16-14. Addison Winter back to serve. Great swing on the outside by Trinity. Free ball coming over. Pass by Sophie. Overset. Trinity reached back and took it away before the libero could get there. Need to talk a little bit more on those, and it's just something that takes a while this early in the season. It kind of happens until they get used to playing each other and knowing where everybody's going to be at. Good serve, nice pass. Trinity with the swing. Stuck her like a dartboard. That's a great swing on the outside. Back to serve, Aaliyah Skipworth. She had a great run on the last serve. That was a pass up, and the call is a throw by the setter. She carried the ball from below her shoulder up over the net, and so that's a side out. Skipworth to serve again. Right down the middle. Down, free ball coming over from Peabody. Great pass by the libero. Good touch. Ooh, just on the swipe. Jordan caught the top of the tape with her elbow. Side out Peabody Burns. 18-16 Eagles. And service into the net by Aliana Donahue. Side out Canton-Galva. Back to serve for the Eagles. Libero, London Dietrich. Great jump serve deep in the service corner. Free ball coming over. Good dig by Jordan. Trinity on the outside with a swing at the attack line and a hard cross-court swing down for the kill. London back to serve again. A little bit shorter serve that time. Real tight to net on the receive. And the back row attack. Pounded out of bounds for a Canton-Galva point. 21-16 Eagles. Dietrich back for her third serve now in this rotation. Low set, so it got tipped over. Here's the ball out to Trinity with the swing down in front. What a monster kill there for Trinity. That's a great, great set coming out from Aaliyah. And she put that one away. 22-16, Eagles lead. Service down the line. Shanked off to the right. Ace for London. 23-16 Eagles. She's on a run here now of about five points. This is her sixth serve. She served the same spot. A little better pass there. But the ball was set too tight, and the attacker never had an opportunity to get that one over the net. All right. Dietrich back serving for game point. Oh, just a little bit under the tape. That's a service error. Side out. You kind of don't mind these if you're sitting on the bench with a coach when you have that kind of a lead, because the next kill you score is game point. Double block up there, didn't quite put it away, but they got the ball up so they could replay it. The attack over was just wide. Peabody point. Eagles lead 24-18. Service Journey Needham. Right down the middle for a nice easy ball. Trinity on the right side with the tip. Free ball just over. Trinity on the block with the solo block, putting it away to finish the game off. Great first opening game here for the Eagles against Peabody Burns. 25-18. Looks like we have the same starting lineups, and back to serve Haven Oliver for the Eagles. She starts off with a serve right down the middle between two defenders for an ace. Great way to start the second game. Eagles lead 1-0. Across the front row we have Trinity Double block up. She hit it around it. Skipworth with the set. Trinity a long push over the side for the kill. That's a great spot. The defense vacated the left front side to come over and cover, and she just pushed it out there where the defense left from. Very, very smart attack. Great serve. Hard ball for them to pass, and it's a free ball over the net. Good pass. In the middle attack, just out of bounds off the end of the court on the attack by Charlie Modelmog. Eagles lead 2-1. Warriors' first server will be Addison Winter. And she serves it into the net. Anytime you get a free one like that, it's always nice when you're sitting on the home side. Back to serve for the Eagles, Aaliyah Skipworth. Good serve, good set on the outside. Cross-court swing. Right in the seam by number 4, Sarah Winfrey, for the kill. Eagles lead 3-2. Yeah, there's always spots open on the floor. You just have to be wise enough to find those when you're on the attack. Here comes a set into the middle to Sarah Winfrey over. Trinity Espinoza on the outside with the swing. Again, she hits the gap between the left side and the libero in the middle back. It's shanked off for a kill. Rotation to serve for the Eagles. Back to serve London Dietrich. She serves it deep to the service corner. Free ball coming over from the Eagles. They should get a good opportunity here. Attack on the outside from a down ball. Tough play there. Nice dig up by Dietrich to keep that ball alive. Set on the outside to number 4, Sarah Winfrey. She takes a swing. Trinity with the left hand. Nice dig up in the back row. Winfrey again with the roll attack. Skipworth with the dig. Set a little bit short, and the attack was just under the tape by Jordan. Eagles trail lead 4-3, pardon me. Serving Journey Needham for the Warriors. And she serves it into the net as well. Substitution for the Warriors, number 10. Aliana Donahue comes into the game for, I didn't get that substitution when she came into the game. Let me tell you who that was. That was for Kaya Watson. Trinity back to serve. She goes deep in the service corner. And an ace. They have really done well with those tonight. That's about 5 or 6 aces. When you can get that many and not have that many service errors, when you can have twice as many aces as you have errors, you're doing really well. Trinity, another hard serve. That ball is an ace as well. Shanked off the back all the way up to the net and out of play. Back-to-back aces for Trinity. Eagles lead 7-3 over the Warriors. She's back to serve. Looks like almost everybody these days is serving with the jump serve, and that's really, at least on the Eagles, that's really a high caliber service attack that has developed all the way down to high school in the last 15 years or so. Nice dump on the backside by the setter. Dug up though. Here comes a tip attack on the outside. Dig. Libero with the free ball over to Trinity. She passes up to Skipworth. She dumped it over the net and it got dug. Free ball back over to Dietrich. Dietrich to Skipworth on the outside. Put it away, Haven Oliver with the banger. Espinoza still back on the serve. Eagles lead 8-3. Another ace for Espinoza. She is on a roll. Across the front row for the Eagles, you have Haven Oliver, McKinley Hoppus, and Jordan Elliott. Give me a little while. I'll learn these girls' names so I can get it out to you a little bit quicker, but pretty good second. This is actually the secondary front row. Oh. That serve was a little bit wide by Trinity, so the service error gives Peabody the ball. Eagles lead 9-4. Short service, dropped it in front of the attack line. She had to run off to chase the ball, so I can't tell you what her number is to tell you who it was that made the serve. That was a service ace by number 4, Sarah Winfrey. Back to serve once again. Good float serve. Back to Dietrich. Skipworth with the set. And tipped over by McKinley. That ball was put away for a kill on the off-speed swing. Substitution for the Eagles. Into the game for them, number 2, Sophie Espinoza, replacing Jordan Elliott. Sophie back to serve. That was a pretty good pass up, but the setter just mishandled it. Carry call. Eagles 11, Warriors 5. Great swing on the outside by Addison Winter. Dug up by the Eagles and put away on the outside by Haven Oliver. Sophie back to serve. Whiteside with the pass. Taken over by Ashley Salazar Fritz. And dug up nicely in the back row by Donahue. Quick set there in the back. And the attack kill by number 3, Aaliyah Skipworth, as she got the block up in the net. 13-5 Eagles. Sophie back to serve. She and her sister doing a number back there from the service line. Good tight serve there. Trinity on the set outside. Tipped over. And a tip coming back. Push all the way back to the service corner. That's another great opportunity. Everybody seems to move up and move up and move up. They get kind of like watching the little kids play soccer. They follow the ball, and it leaves that back of the court open. Great push for the Eagles' point. Sophie again on the serve. Nice short serve there inside the attack line. Set outside, double block. McKinley Hoppus and Aaliyah Skipworth with the double for an Eagles point. 15-5 Canton-Galva. Ooh, that ball was just over the tape. Great serve. And the attack on the outside by Winter was just into the tape. Eagles point. Timeout called by the Warriors. Eagles lead 16-5. Stick around with us after this one, and the Eagles will have a match against Center right after this one. All right, back to action. Sophie on the serve again. Solo block, put back, but nice dig up in the middle there. Set outside. Great ball across court in the corner by Winter. What goes around comes around. The defense got sucked up on that by the Eagles, and she put it all the way back in the deep 5 box for a point for the Warriors. 16-6 Eagles lead. Back on the serve. Fancy Reynolds. Ooh, great set by Trinity. She got there a little bit early on the attack out there by Skipworth and hit it below the tape. Dietrich with the pass. Espinoza with the set. And a tip kill on the outside by Skipworth. Into the game for the libero, Charlie Modelmog. Across the front row. McKinley serves that one below the tape. And so Dietrich comes back into the game in the back row on defense. Back to serve Brooklyn Whiteside for the Warriors. Modelmog with the pass over. Tight set. Nice touch on the ball at the net by Skipworth, so her teammates get a chance to play it. Free ball coming over. Set from the back row by Dietrich. Deep swing, just out of bounds. Just out of bounds. The libero can only set the ball from the back row behind the attack line to the front row because she's designated as a back row only player. If she'd been in front of the attack line with that set, it would have been illegal. On that ball, the Eagles mishandled it, and it's a point for the Warriors. Eagles lead 17-10. Brooklyn Whiteside back to serve. Right down the middle of the Dietrich. Trinity Espinoza with the push set over. Good dig on the outside. Free ball by Winter. Dietrich with up. Espinoza on the pass. Good swing on the outside there by Oliver. Free ball coming over. Sophie up to her sister Trinity. Quick set in the middle. Put it away. Alia Skipworth. Great swing there. Boy, for this early in the season, the Eagles really have all facets of their game moving. They're swinging hard. They're blocking well. Defense has been spot on, and they're even changing the tempo of the ball. Another great tip attack. Suck the defense up. Journey Needham with the tip over in the deep corner 5 for a point. 18-11 Eagles. Dietrich with the serve receive. Trinity Espinoza with the swing. Over top of the solo block for the kill. 19-11 Eagles. Skipworth back to serve. Substitution for the Eagles. Jordan Elliott on for Sophie. Now we have Elliott, Trinity Espinoza, and Modelmog in the front row. Service ace for Needham. For Skipworth, I'm sorry. And that one's below the tape. Eagles 2012. Good dig in the back row. Bump set to Trinity. She pounds that one off the tape. Gets the defense moving backwards on their heels, and it falls short for a kill. Back into the game for the Eagles. McKinley Hoppus now in the front row with Trinity and Jordan. Dietrich back to serve. Down the line between the 1 and 5 spot. Shank on the serve receive for an ace. Dietrich with the point. 22-12 Eagles lead. Pardon me, 22-12 Eagles lead. Dietrich back to serve. Good jump serve short. Set out to the sideline, but for Sarah Winfrey, and it was double blocked back. Down ball on the free by Journey Needham. Struck just out of bounds to the left. Eagles point. And the jump serve struck out of bounds to the left. Point for the Warriors. Back to serve for them, Journey Needham. Dietrich on the serve receive. Skipworth on the pass. Trinity hit it just across the court out of bounds. 23-14. Needham on the serve for the Warriors. Hoppus on the attack. Tip over by number 4, Sarah Winfrey. Trinity with the left-hand swing. Dietrich on the dig. On the backside slide. Oh, just a little tight. Attack error on number. Oh, there was a net called on the attack and on the block, so we're going to have a reserve here. Score is still 23-14. That ball was hit deep to Dietrich, and she was tough handling it, but they got the free ball back over. Now it's up. Dietrich with the pass outside to Trinity at the attack line. Good dig by Addison Winter. Attack over by Sarah Winfrey. Trinity with the push, set over. Salazar Fritz with the dump. Dietrich with the set. Salazar Fritz with a nice dig out of the net. And the attack over to the deep corner with the defense pulled up. That kill was by number 10, Aaliyah Donahue, for a kill. Correction, that was number 18. That'd be Salazar Fritz. Floater serve, up short, over. Free ball coming back to the Eagles, but it's not gonna make it. All right, we're at game and set point for the Eagles. The scoreboard says 23-16, but it should be 24-15. They'll get it fixed. There we go. Nice serve down the line by Trinity. Dug up well. Here comes the attack. Out of bounds. Game point, Eagles. And they finish it off 25-15. Now we'll have a couple of minutes for them to be able to clear off the benches, and we'll get the center team in here and put 10 minutes up on the clock for a abbreviated warm-up, and we'll get back on the court. So we'll be back in a few. Thanks so much for tuning in.
This is kind of dead space. So if you could actually put that here, even if they don't have it, well, it would just be similar, like I said, similar skill where you'll see that player's names with the numbers, and you could highlight that, but if you could just put those names there, or when they put them in over there, it would just translate onto here. That would kill that dead space a little bit more, and give your whole operation the ability to do that. So we have 3 more. We got 1 to 23rd and 1 to 25th. Tournament. It's when we get closer, but that'll be all day thing to start about 8 o'clock. I'm gonna call this court or
name is RGIA. Trying to be in the Middle Eastern block.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here for the second match tonight with your Lady Canton-Galva Eagles. Now 2-1 on the season after they defeated Peabody Burns. On the court against Center. On the stand for this match will be Kathy Miller, and Doug Crandall will be the down official. Line judges will still be Jolene Schmidt and Caitlin Stuckey. Starting lineup for Center, number 8, Hadley Felpel, number 2, JC Sticka, number 9, Sydney Smith, number 6, Riley Jones, number 10, Kelby Kidd, number 15, Lacey Hancock, and their libero is Catherine Shia. Center is coached by Amy Finch, and her assistant is Tim Vindeska. Looks like Canton-Galva won the toss, and they will have the first serve. Haven Oliver will start with the serve. Here we go. Right down the seam between the 6 and the 5 hole for an ace. Defenders didn't communicate so much there, so not sure who should have taken that ball. Actually should have been taken by the left back because she's facing more towards the target area. Now she goes with the jump serve across the other side of the court. Free ball over by JC Sticka. Ball set outside to Trinity for a quick dump in the middle. Back set, nobody home. Ball falls to the court untouched. Point Center. Tie game 1-1. Back to serve for the Cougars. Number 8, Hadley Felpel. Trinity with the roll shot over. Doug on the outside. Up, set in the middle to number 6, Riley Jones, and she hits an off-speed ball right down the middle of everybody for a Cougars lead, 2-1. Felpel back to serve. Short serve over inside the attack line in front of Jordan for an ace. Cougars lead 3-1. Service now to the service corner, and Skipworth takes it over. Ball gets returned out of bounds. That's a kill for Skipworth. Point Eagles. Skipworth back to serve. Great serve down the middle. overpass, but right back over. And it was high enough that Jordan Elliott could come in and put it away on the return. Skipworth back to serve. All tied up, 3-3. Oh, that one's a little low. Almost got Trinity in the back of the head, but she reacted quick and blocked it away. Back to serve for the Cougars. Attack on the outside by Trinity. She gets a kill, the double block up in the net. Eagles lead 5-4. Dietrich back to serve for the Eagles. She goes down the line just wide of the service area. Side out Cougars. Good push set over by Trinity all the way to the other side. Dug up and attacked out of bounds across the corner by Kelby Kidd. Point Canton-Galva. Trinity back to serve. She goes short to Shia. Shia with a nice dig. Overpass by Kidd. Skipworth with the set. She hits it into the block. And it gets mishandled at the net. Point for the Eagles. Trinity back to serve. 6-5, Canton leads. Good hard serve. Ace down the middle, misplayed in the back row by number 2, J.C. Sticka. That's a very, very tough ball. It's hard hit, real flat, no movement on the ball, right up in your chest. It's not able to get your hands up in time, and when you're only 5 feet tall, it's kind of hard when that ball's 4.5 feet off the floor. Good serve by Trinity on the left side. Sydney Smith stepped in to take that pass. Dietrich on the set outside, just wide on the attack by Hoppus. Point Cougars. Back to serve for the Cougars, Riley Jones. Jump serve coming. For the roll, deep to area 5, Dietrich makes a nice play. Ball's put over by Jordan Elliott. Here comes a back set and dumped in the middle. We used to call that the donut, put it right in the middle of the donut and make everybody go after it. Nobody wants it. Great kill there by Kelby Kidd. Back to serve again, Riley Jones. Serve to Dietrich. Skipworth with the back set. Free balled over by Elliott. Here comes a set on the outside with the left-handed attack. Left-handed attack on the outside by Kelby Kidd, and the block was in the net. That's a kill for a point. Cougars lead 8-7. Across the front row for the Eagles. You got Elliott and Modelmog and Winter. Ball's taken out of bounds. By Oliver, I'm sorry. A little bit long. Deep serve to Trinity that time. Back row set to Trinity. Just under the tape. Cougars lead 10-7. She's doing a good job, Riley is, of moving the ball around over here to make the serve receive think about what they're doing. Another deep ball right between Dietrich and Espinoza. Both of them kind of touch on the first one, and then nobody played the second ball. That's an ace for the Cougars. They jump out to an 11-7 lead. It's considered one touch, and yet neither one of them is considered to touch the ball, so either player can play the second ball. And since they both touched the first one, neither one went after the second one. So it fell unplayed.
They got to grab some momentum back.
Yeah, they were pretty good on the serve receive in the first game. A little bit shaky this one so far. Trinity with the pass. Nice pass up to Skipworth. Attack by Elliott across court. Good roll shot. Outside. Great dump over. Dug up by Hadley Felto and mishandled by the setter for a side out Eagles. Let's see if they can get a little bit of momentum back here. Back on the serve, Sophie Espinoza. Ooh, service error. Those are the ones you don't like to see when you work hard to get a side out and give it right back. Those are freebies. Good pass by Sophie. Trinity with the bump set. Outside to Skipworth with the roll. Double block up, but it rolls off the top and falls short in front of the defense. 13-8 center. Another one off the top of the block. Skipworth steps in to take the, and a roll on the outside by Elliott over to play. Tip, nice dig on the backside by Hoppus. Good swing on the left by Oliver. Tipped back over in front of the defense on a short ball. 14-8. Cougars lead over the Eagles. Great low serve. Dietrich with the pass up. There comes a free ball over. Skipworth plays it over. Set in the middle on the off-speed ball. Nice solo block to put it away by Skipworth. Try and get some of the momentum back here. Those blocks, especially a solo, always do a good job of helping with that. Substitution in the game. Modelmog in for Dietrich. Back to serve Hoppus. Here comes a free ball. Oh! Overpass from the set. Skipworth does a great job redirecting that ball at the tape for a kill. Modelmog with the serve. Good deep ball down the middle. Roll set. Oh, dig a little bit too tight. Couldn't be handled. Across the front row for the Eagles. That was Modelmog, Skipworth, and Elliott. Trinity with the pass. In the middle to Skipworth. Nice push kill there to the left by Skipworth. Get the ball right back. Eagles trail 11-15. Back to serve. Haven Oliver. Bump set to the outside, never over the tape. 4 hits on the Cougars. Eagles ball. Oliver back to serve once again. Let's see if they can't build a little momentum here. Serve short off the tape. Kidd with a nice dig. Free ball. Skipworth to the outside by Trinity. Push set across the court. Setter with the dump over here. Dietrich with the dig. Skipworth with a touch dig. Yes, on the attack. The setter gets into the net on the block. That's a kill for Skipworth. Point Eagles 15-13. Canton lead, or the Cougars lead, but they close the gap some here. 15-13 here in the first game. And they've been a little bit discombobulated, out of sorts. Not serving quite as well, not passing as well as they did in the first game. Sometimes that little break takes away all the momentum, and it takes a little bit to get it back. Just talking to somebody on the side on the way, and I didn't personally like the abbreviated warm-up when they did that, because it takes away from the chance to go through your routine and get set back up. And so you really have to buckle down between the ears and get right back into the game. Out of the timeout, service error, Oliver. That's a great use of the timeout to break up a service run. And it's 16-13 Cougars. Back to serve for them. Hadley Felto. Oliver with the pass. Skip work with the set. Trinity rolls it over. Swing on the outside by Sydney Smith by the Cougars. Off the block and down for a kill. Cougars 17, Eagles 13. Felto back to serve. Short ball that time. Way up inside the attack line. Trinity had to come a long ways for that. I'm sorry, Sophie came a long ways for that. Somebody else. Now, if you see the serve receiver's moved way up, let's see if she goes deeper on the serve. A little bit, but not enough. Sophie was right there. Skip work with the set. Trinity with the swing off the top of the block, dug up nicely. Here comes the ball over. Dietrich up, skip work past the outside, and the swing again. Good dig. Tip over well. Dietrich with the dig. Skip work with the set outside the Trinity. Again, through the seam, and this time down for the kill. Nobody touched it. Substitution for the Eagles. Sophie Espinoza goes out, and Jordan Elliott comes back in. So across the front we have Elliott, Trinity Espinoza, and Charlie Modelmon. Ball kind of rolled out and rolled down a hallway and under the stands, so I have to find the game ball. Kind of difficult to play without one of those. Again, just want to thank everybody for the opportunity to be out here and call some of the play-by-play on a game that I got roped into 40 plus years ago and been doing something with volleyball ever since. All right, we got the ball back, and Skipworth back to serve. Long serve. That's when you have breaks in the action like that, like a timeout, you really have to focus getting back in. Because an ace just kind of breaks all the momentum. Dietrich with a dig on a tough float serve. Espinoza. Pardon me, Espinoza with a hard cross-court swing right to deep area 5. In the seam and down for a kill. Eagles trail 15-19, running out of some time here, so they really need to buckle down on the defense and see if they can't work their ace for a little bit more of an advantage. Dietrich with the short serve, and that's the way to do it for an ace. That's how you get the advantage back right away, when you get inside their head and try to make them move around to play the ball. Dietrich back against serve. Serve receive is still pretty short. If she can get a deep ball in either one of the corners here, it could be, that's a good deep serve. Stuck her hard, deep pass, free ball over the net. Good ball up, Skipworth with the pass. Trinity with the dump cross court. It's a good thing we don't have tennis replay like they do where they show the shadow on the line, because where we're standing, that's pretty close. But she is standing down the line and we're on the opposite side, so we'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that one. And right back with a service error from the Cougars. 17-20. Trinity back to serve. She's had a good night so far on her service. Let's see if she can't get some runs here. This is Sophie, not Trinity. No, this is Trinity. My bad. She gets an ace. I'm sorry, she didn't. She served it hard and they passed the ball over. Nobody passed it. Point Cougars, 21-17. Serve down the middle of Trinity. Skipworth has to run a long ways. Dietrich gets the dig up and passes it over. What a great play back there. Good hustle. Dig by Trinity in the back. Skipworth on the set. Attack a little bit behind her. She strikes it behind her head and sends a little bit of a moon ball out of bounds. 22-17 Cougars. Deep serve to Dietrich. Great handle. Set outside. Down the line for the kill by Jordan Elliott. That's a great, great swing from the outside there. Sophie comes back in for Elliott to go to the service line. Across the front you have Skipworth, Oliver, and Hoppus. Free ball coming over to the Eagles. Let's see if they can use it now. Sophie with a good pass up to Trinity in the middle. And they call Skipworth for the throw. Brought the ball a little bit too much to rest in her hand as she tried to push it to the opposite side. 23-18 Eagles. Oh, Cougars. Eagles got a lot of work to do to get back here. But I've seen it happen. Swing outside by Skipworth, just a little bit below the tape. And it's game point Cougars, 24-18. Trinity with the set outside Skipworth with the swing. Good touch at the net, free ball coming over. Sophie with the pass, Trinity with the set in the middle. That one was smoked at Sydney Smith, and she couldn't quite handle that one. Kill for Skipworth, Eagles point. They got a lot of work to do, trailing 19-24. Free ball coming over. This is a good one to use to get it started. Trinity with the set. Skipworth hits it below the tape. And that's the end of the first game. Cougars take the first one, 25-19. They got 3 minutes on the clock for them to get over there and talk about what they need to do and clean it up and just go out and play the game like they played the first couple. Get it back in the game. They've been playing this game a long time. Some of these girls probably have been playing club ball since they were 7 or 8. So they know what they need to do. And come out and get ready and get after it for the second game. That's on the new system. That's on the new system. Well, we can at least get a stat. Cougars start off the set with a serve from Lacey Hancock for an ace down in between the two defenders. Serve to Dietrich. Up to Skipworth on the outside. Trinity with a left hand push. And she puts it away. That's the way to come back and get the momentum right back. Back to serve, Skipworth. Tied 1-1. She serves it deep to Kidd. And the pass is too tight to the net. Setter gets called for a line violation at the net. 2-1 Eagles. Skipworth back to serve. Now she goes the other side on the serve. Free ball coming over. Deep pass back to Oliver. Free ball, Monomog deep in the corner. Shia with the dig. Set outside. Dig. Ball got hit into the block, but it fell straight down, and Eagles called for a lift on the defense. Tie game 2-2. Back to serve for the Cougars. I think that was Riley Jones. Swing on the outside, big double block against Trinity for a Cougar point. Riley Jones to serve. Very, very short serve. Skipworth with the pass. She doesn't normally handle a serve receive, and everybody else was waiting for a set from her, and so they weren't really ready for that. That's an ace. Now she goes back to a little bit deeper serve. Skipworth with the pass out to Trinity. Another left hand with the throw attack, and the blocker was up in the net. Called on J.C. Sticka. Trinity with the kill. Dietrich back to serve. She goes back in area one deep. Can't get handled by the serve receive. That's an ace. And we're back to even here for the Eagles. Ooh, she tried to go back to the same spot and hit it just into the tape. Service error. Cougars ball. Cougars lead 5-4. There's a yellow card issued to the Cougars for a delay of game. Called for a substitution and then didn't take it. And so they get a yellow card. That's kind of just a warning. If they get a second one, then it could be a side out or a point awarded. And now they're kind of confused about the rotation that they're in, so they're trying to get it set up here. So the libero went off of the court before she was supposed to, and they got it set. That's why number 8 didn't know where she was supposed to be, because they hadn't actually rotated yet. So back to serve, J.C. Sticka for the Cougars. And just like before we talked about, when you get a break like that, you really have to focus. They gave the momentum up that they just got back. That's good for the Eagles. They're all tied up 5-all. Trinity back to serve. Great low ball right down the middle for an ace. Eagles lead 6-5. That's kind of a hard ball for Sticka because it's in between. It's a low, flat, hard float serve that's about 6 feet in front of her, so they move the serve receive up a little bit. Trinity goes deeper now with that and gets it up in her chops. Free ball coming over. Kidd with the free ball. Back to Dietrich. Dietrich on the pass to Skipworth. back set over here to Hoppus. She rolls it over. Kidd with the swing. Dietrich on the dig. Skipworth on the outside. Oliver touched on the attack, but also a net violation called on the blockers. Kill for the Eagles. Good ball by Trinity. That's another race. Sticka made a pretty good pass up to the center, but there was nobody home. She had vacated already. A point on the side out. So far, the break in the action has been to the benefit of the serve-receive team with 4 errors on stoppages of play. Timeouts are 60 seconds long, but you'll sometimes see somebody return to the court early. And as soon as both teams are back, then they'll stop the timeout and get going. Trinity back to serve. Eagles lead 8-5. Short serve in front of, that's the libero, Shea. And that's an ace for Trinity. That's the kind of momentum that you need to build on right from here. Because now you get the defense questioning themselves and where they're supposed to be. Another hard serve right back at Shea again. Free ball coming over by Kidd. Dietrich on the dig. Skip work with pass. Dietrich gets the ball and she two-hands it over off the top of the tape and it falls short of everybody. Eagles point. Espinoza back to serve. They seem to have picked up their defensive attack a little bit. Now Trinity tries to go short and throw just into the top of the tape. Service error. Point Cougars. Eagles lead 10-6. Serve to Trinity. Outside Skipworth on the set. No touch on the attack. Out of bounds on the attack by Jordan. Point Cougars. Trinity with the pass. Skipworth on the right side. Out to Elliott again, and the kill that time off the block. Falls inside the attack line. Sophie enters the game now for Jordan. Sophie back to serve. She needs to serve it while the serve receive is out of position. Shea with the pass. Kidd with the swing and kill. Defenders kind of caught looking at each other and it falls between. Cougars point. Back onto the floor for the Cougars, number 8, Hadley Felto. Short serve, Dietrich does a nice job. Goes outside to Skipworth and she swings just left. They need to work on hitting that ball a little bit more instead of trying to make it hit the floor without touching anybody. Just play it off the hands and still use their strength to get that ball down off the block. Set outside the Kidd, roll shot, a little bit off speed, catches them a little bit flat-footed. Kill for the Cougars. Eagles still lead 11-10. Sophie with a dig on the tough serve. Outside the Kidd. Dietrich comes in for a dig out there. Trinity with the set. Sophie, great hustle on the dig there. Skipworth with the swing. Off the defense and overpass out of bounds. Point Eagles. Kidd with the pass. Off-speed ball in the middle by number 15, Lacey Hancock. Nobody there for the Eagles. Cougars trail 12-11. Kidd goes back to serve. On the reception, Sophie, Dietrich, and Oliver. And that's a service error into the net. Get the momentum back. Oliver back to serve now for the Eagles. Let's work a little bit here to build some momentum back. Nice hard serve. Pass by Kidd. Overpass by the setter. Skipworth with the set. Trinity off the top of the block. Pounds it out of bounds off the block. Kill Eagles. That should be 14-11, not 13-12. There we go. Skipworth back to serve. No, Oliver back to serve. She goes deep to area 1. Kidd with the free ball. And the overpass by number 2. Skipworth with the set. Trinity with the swing. In on the hard cross court to area 5. Kill for the Eagles. 15-11. Had to go chase that ball off as it went all the way back in behind the bleachers again. Haven back to serve. Good deep ball to area 5. Ball served at the net. Can't handle that. That's an ace for Haven Oliver. 16-11 Eagles lead. That's a tough ball to handle, but she did a perfect job pulling the defense up and then going deep on that. Again, deep ball down the seam. Free ball coming from number 2, JC Sticka. Dietrich with the pass. Skipworth with the set. Trinity with the kill! 17-11 down the line. Great job splitting that block. Now let's build on it, ladies. Good serve, floater, Kidd. Shia with the pass. Free ball over. Sophie with the pass. Skipworth up with the dump. Back set, free ball over. Skipworth with the pass. Oliver with the set. Trinity with the roll shot. Here comes the ball to the outside. Number 2, that was going to be out of bounds, I think, but we played it, so let's go get it. Trinity with the swing and kill. We'll take that. If you're not sure whether or not it's going to be out of bounds, better off playing it. You know you got a good offensive team. Take care of the ball. Put it away. Eagles lead 18-11. Oliver back to serve. Good deep ball off Shia with the high serve, deep in her chops, and makes it a tough ball. Those are probably the hardest ones to handle. Ace for Oliver, 19-11 Eagles. Good short serve off the tape, falls for another ace. Boy, you can really see her if you watch. She's looking over the defense to see where they're actually lining up, to see where she wants to serve. Substitution now coming for the Cougars. Number 13 into the game, and I don't have her name on my roster. And that substitution does exactly what she wanted. Make just enough of a break the concentration. Substitution coming right back. Lacey Hancock back on the floor. That girl should be given an absolute high five because she did what she was asked to do. Broke up the server, got a point. Now a short serve to Dietrich. She overpassed it, comes right back to the Eagles. Trinity with the dig. Skipworth with the pass. And Trinity puts it away. I would venture to say she's probably got at least 15 kills tonight so far. Skipworth doing a lot of good work to get the ball to her, and now she's back on the serve. Short serve inside the attack line. They got to bring the second ball over because there's nobody to set. Skipworth with short set, tip over, and that's a kill in the middle for Jordan Elliott off of the short set. Cougars call their second timeout. Eagles lead 22-11. Doing a much better job of taking care of the ball on defense. as long as the Eagles take care of business. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Kaufman for giving me a chance to get out here and do this. And since nobody's sponsoring us this evening, straight up, we'll say this one's sponsored by Mr. Kaufman. Skipworth with the serve. Ball coming over. Dietrich with the dig. Free ball over by Elliott. Off-speed attack. Touched by the block. Skipworth with the short set. Trinity comes in, digs that one out. That's a tough ball. I think Skipworth expected her to come in close, and she was waiting on the outside. Trinity goes across now on the hard swing with another kill. Cross court to area 5 in the seam. Espinoza with the kill. And now we got to chase the ball behind the bleachers again. And that's okay. When we can put the ball away like that, we'll take the chase. Substitution coming for center. Onto the court for the Cougars. Number 1, Lily Hauk. Skipworth back to serve. 23-12 Eagles. Short serve here coming inside the attack line. Overpass. Trinity with the kill on the overpass. A lot of people would think that's a block, but that statistic I learned a long time ago when I was coaching. When you make the offensive move there on that block and you direct the ball someplace else, that's a kill. Skipworth with game point. Serves it deep off the end of the court. Eagles on serve receive for game point here. Cougars trail 24-13. Short serve there. She almost got counted on time. Now Kidd with the pass out to the setter. Set in the middle. Short off-speed ball. She kind of mishit that one. It worked out for them because the defense was rolling back on their heels a little bit. Kill for the Cougars for their 14th point. Now here's a ball to Dietrich right in the middle. Skipworth gets called for the back row attack because the ball was passed too high and too tight, so even if she tried to go up and set that ball, once it goes over the net, she's called for an attack error. Another short serve there. Skipworth with the set. Trinity with the left-hand attack. And the block is called in the net for the kill. And the game for the Eagles. Canton-Galva. To get the serve. And we'll put 3 minutes on the clock to get ready. And I was actually mistaken, although Mr. Kaufman is a sponsor because he does all of this stuff out here. The people that actually pay for us to be on the air, State Bank of Canton, HCI, Canton Lockers, and MCDS out of McPherson. Thank you all so much for being able to sponsor us and get us on the air. Support Eagles athletics. Really, really appreciate it. And it lets a lot of those folks who aren't able to be here, especially with the internet now, grandparents who can log in and see their grandkids from out of state. That's just a phenomenal opportunity. Didn't exist when some of us old folks were around. All right, this last game should be I'm not sure because I used to do college and the deciding game was always to 15, but it was a 15. When we went to third games in rally score, they went to 25. So we'll see how they do this because I didn't get to ask the officials that, and I'm not clear. But we'll know by the end of this game. If we hit 15 and they don't blow the whistle for us to clear the court, we'll know. After putting the hurt on the ball in that game, after coming out a little sluggish in the first game, the Eagles are ready and chomping at the bit to get going again, so they're back out on the court, and there's still a minute 20 left on the clock. Yeah, Trinity has definitely had the hot hand tonight. I'd be willing to get that she's got upwards of 20 kills tonight, maybe even more overall between the two matches. But she's definitely been the hot hand. And a lot of points been scored off the ace tonight as well. So, but they've been doing a pretty good job of distributing the ball around to keep the defense off on their heels. Skipworth with the dump set over on the first wall, and that's a kill for Skipworth. Great spot, hitting the area where the setter vacated. Eagles back to serve. Skipworth leads 1-0. Jump serve, she hit the side of the ball, kind of twisted it a little bit, rolled it out of bounds to the left for a service error. Tie game 1-1. Back to the serve for the Cougars, Hadley Felto. Dietrich with the pass. Skipworth with the set. Trinity with the kill. Add one to her tally. Eagles lead 2-1. Now the libero comes on for the Cougars. She in the game, on for Felto. And Dietrich, the libero for the Eagles, back to serve. Goal shot off the double block, returned back to the Cougars. Nice tip over by the setter. Caught the defense flat-footed. Tie game 2-2. Short set. That was a short set. Short set by the Eagles. But the Cougars blocker went up to block that ball. It was at the tape, and she directed out of bounds. That's a point for the Eagles. Big, big break there. Trinity back to serve. Good hard serve into Shia. And a center line violation called by the setter, trying to save that one from going under the net. That's actually an ace for Trinity. 4-2 Eagles. Good ball down the line in the corner. Shanked out of bounds for another ace. Eagles lead 5-2. This is how they built a lead early in the first game or in the first match. And then in that second game, working on their service and making the defense play hard. Great deep serve, free ball coming over to the Eagles. Trinity with the pass. Skipworth on the set, back set. Nice push off of the block by Hoppus. Down for a kill. That's a great senior move to go up aggressively, push that ball into the block, and then wipe it to the floor. Trinity back for the serve. Nice hard serve down the middle. Free ball coming over. Kidd with the swing. Dietrich, nice dig. Hoppus with the ball. Dietrich pushes it over. That's a great roll shot from the left front hitter. The defense had swung to the left, and Skipworth had vacated to come up for the set, and nobody was there to cover. Point Cougars. Dietrich on the pass. Skipworth with the back set all the way across. And that ball was struck into the net by Kidd. Point Eagles, 7-3. On to the game for the Canton-Galva Lady Eagles. Number 2, Sophie Espinoza. On the serve. She goes short in the middle of the Shea. Ball's overpassed and killed by Skipworth. That's one way a setter can get some extra kills in her stat line, by being at the net when the ball comes over. That's a gift. You'll take it every time. 8-3 Eagles lead. Sophie back to serve. See if she moves the ball around here. Goes for the short serve. She hit it into the net, but the Cougars are called for an out of rotation on the overlap. They were out of position, and she gets an ace for that. Sophie back to serve again. Good serve. Wow, that was a little bit of a late whistle. She had to think about that a little bit. That was overpass, and she directed the ball to an area, but it was called as a throw. Tough break for the Eagles. Cougars back to serve. Deep ball back to Skipworth. Trinity on the set. Out to Skipworth. On the swing. Just long out of bounds. A little bit more snap on that wrist, and that ball's diving into the corner. Cougars back to serve. Tough pass. Trinity on the set. Hoppus with the swing over. Here comes a free ball. Dietrich up to Espinoza. On the swing by Skipworth. Out of bounds, just to the left. Eagles lead 9-6. Riley Jones back to serve for the Cougars. Deep ball to Dietrich, up to Trinity. Back set to Hoppus. She rolls it over. Here comes a free ball from the Cougars. Skipworth up. Trinity outside to Elliott. She puts it away. I'm sorry, that's to Oliver. On the outside for the kill. Now up front you've got Modelmog, Oliver, and Skipworth. Good deep serve there. Roll shot coming over for Kidd. Dug up. Free ball coming by Hoppus, and she puts it over. Kill for Hoppus on a tough ball where she had to lean over top of one of her teammates just to be able to reach that ball. Hoppus back to serve. Good hard flat serve up to Kidd. Setter pushes out the Kidd on the right side. Dug up out there by Hoppus. Skipworth brings the ball over on a hard push. Dug up, Kidd on the left side now. Double block for the Eagles. Put away by Skipworth and Modelmog. Big points when you get those on a block. Hoppus on the serve, down the other side now. Free ball coming back, roll shot by Kidd, right back to Sophie. Trinity with the set on the outside. Push kill out there by Haven Oliver, over top of the block and right down to the attack line. 13-6 Eagles. Good serve by Hoppus down the line. Free ball coming. Kidd with the roll shot. Sophie with the pass. Up to Skipworth. Swing down the line. Good dig by Shea. Kidd with the dump over. Trinity with the dig now. Hoppus with the back pass. Over to Oliver. And a roll shot coming. Sophie up. Trinity on the set. Outside to Oliver again. She rolls it over. Dig on the outside. Kidd with the swing into the net. Point Eagles. Great. That's where the name of volleyball comes from. There were about 4 transitions each way there on that ball. And that was just a
I've seen dumber things by guys that get paid a lot of money in the NFL. So. That happens. That Beavers thing, the three-game match, 15-0 when we started getting like this because they had a couple serves. They had one server that got ahead, and we thought, we beat them in three. Like, I was out there, I was only a side-out scoring. It was like 15-2, 15-3, lost 15-0.
Hoppus back to serve once again for the Eagles. Here comes a dump over by setter, Sydney Smith. Great ball into the middle of the donut. Everybody watching. Everybody wants a piece of it, but nobody wants to get after it. Back to serve, Kidd for the Cougars. Right down the middle to Dietrich. Trinity comes a long ways to get that, and Skipworth plays it over on a free ball. Shia on the pass. Good hard swing into the block by J.C. Sticka, and it falls on the Eagle side. 14-8 Eagles. Kidd back to serve. Tough serve. Dietrich with the pass up. Espinoza takes it over. Here's a dump. Dig up. This one's got to go over. Oh, she tried to get a little cute with that ball instead of just taking it over and throws it in the net. Cougars lead. Cougars point trail to 14-9. Kidd back on the serve. Service ace, area one. Tough ball. That's 3 in a row for her now. Let's see what they do. Kidd on the deep serve. Up by Oliver. Back set to her. Roll over the net. Sticker with the swing. Dietrich on the dig. Trinity outside to Oliver. And she goes long. 14-11 Eagles. Trinity with a bump set. Model Mog rolls it over. Dietrich on the dig. Espinoza with the dump and into the middle of the donut once again. That's another kill for Trinity. Not necessarily the conventional way unless you're a setter, but it gets it done. Eagles lead 15-11. Oliver back to serve. Good deep ball in the seam. Setter dumps that one over and called for a double hit on the set. Point for the Eagles. Oliver to serve. That's an ace for Oliver on an overlap by the defense serve receive. Out of position. The setter on the left side, no, the right front is back on the back all the way over in the corner, and the middle blocker was pushed back to the line. She has to be inside that girl for the serve receive until the ball's contacted. Roll shot over by Sticka. Shia with the pass. Smith with the set. Nice dig in the corner by Oliver. Up by Espinoza and free ball over by Skipworth. Dietrich with the dig now. Skipworth with the set out to Trinity. Here we go. And the swing for the kill. Nobody can touch that one. Eagles lead 17-11. Great dig in the corner out there by Oliver on that defense. That was a tough ball. She got it back up. Oliver on the serve. Here we go. Good deep ball off Kidd with the service ace. Eagles lead 18-11. Good job. If you watch these guys closely, the coach is calling the service area sometimes, except for some of her upperclassmen, because she wants them to go a specific place with the ball. Service error into the net by Oliver. Eagles lead 18-12. Back to serve, Lacey Hancock for the Cougars. Down the line, Skipworth up with the bump pass, Trinity with the swing, off the block, off the defense, put it away for another kill. Trinity Espinoza, assist for Skipworth, and she goes back to serve. In the game for Sophie, returns Jordan Elliott on the outside. Now we got Elliott, Trinity up front, and Charlie. Free ball coming over. Dietrich with the dig, good talk on there. Trinity with the swing. Here comes at the net. I think Jordan got away with one here because that one seemed to come to rest a little bit in her hand. Wow. The coach just got issued a yellow card for questioning how come that call wasn't made. But that's okay, that's just a warning. She got her point across. Point Eagles. And then a side out on the service error by Skipworth. Eagles lead 20-13. Short serve there. Back to Oliver. Skipworth with the set. Trinity with the swing. Left-handed. Dietrich on the cover. Skipworth up again. Left hand again for Trinity. Off the block and it falls short. Sydney Smith taking a little bit of time to get up. She kind of reached a long way for that one. She's all right though. Tough kid. Back to serve. Dietrich for the Eagles, leading 21-13. Good ball right down the middle. Service tight to the net, so they get a free one coming over. Skipworth on the set. Trinity with the swing off the top of the block. Down for the kill. 22-13 Eagles. Second timeout called by the Cougars. Canton leads 22-13 here in the deciding. If things hold true here, they'll walk out of the building tonight with a 3-1 season record so far. But still a little bit of work to do in this one to get it done. If you're anywhere in the area and get a chance to follow the Eagles, they'll play in a tournament at Gossel on Saturday. So a chance to get out and support the Lady Eagles on the road, and it's not really too far from here. Be great to see you out there. Okay, Cougars have used their last time out. Eagles back to serve. Dietrich leading 22-13. Good jump served area one. Sydney Smith with the dump on the set. Falls for a kill. Skipworth back to Trinity on the left side, or the right side now. Trinity rolls it over. And a double block at the net for Jordan Elliott and McKinney Hoppus. Another double block. Eagles really doing a good job up there at the net as they can. If you get more than one block a game, you're doing pretty good, and that's their second or third now. So Trinity back to serve. Good hard serve off the defense. Can't give her an ace on that because they got two more touches, but they didn't have any chance at all to return that. So now we're at set point, 24-14 Eagles. You wouldn't want anybody else back there with the ball right now because she's been hot on her serve. Trinity with the short serve, moving them around a little bit. Bad pass. And they get a 4 contact. Nobody can return the ball. Finish the game off 25-14 Eagles. And play a good tournament at Gossel on Saturday. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, State Bank of Canton, MCDS out of McPherson, HCI, and Canton Locker. All of them have been sponsors here for a long time. We're just really, really grateful for them stepping up and supporting our athletes. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you're traveling, be safe. Otherwise, we'll hope to see you again next time we're on the air. Have a good night from Mr. Kaufman, Nick Burrell. Thank you very much. Good night.